This is David Stevens, Spin Wealth Builders. Today is Thursday, December 9th, 2021, and this is stock market update for our trades for the day. A little bit of a down day today. So kind of flat to down, depending on kind of where you're trading. Looking at the charts here, you can see Dow Jones was pretty much flat, just about zero. NASDAQ was down 1.71%, S&P 500 down 7.72%. Looking at the heat map, pretty red. See a lot of red across the board. A few stocks pulled back as well. Nvidia pulled back, Adobe pulled back, so AMD. So definitely see some weakness. Tesla pulling back as well. So not the best day in the market, but we're kind of trying to figure out where the market's headed. It started to rally back up, and now it's kind of pulled back and cooled a little bit. So that kind of puts us in that little roller coaster we've been talking about this last couple of weeks. So we are still in that roller coaster. Got to be careful out there. There's a lot of money moving. A lot of people taking profit, I'm sure, towards the end of this year. Volumes are changing, and indexes are kind of back and forth. So just be careful out there if you're trading on a daily basis. If you're in your long-term positions, just make sure you understand where you want to lock profits in, and that way you can make sure you're protecting your assets and that you're safe in this marketplace. It's kind of volatile right now, and it will probably continue to be possibly through the end of this year. So just be aware of that. Also, just know that the CPI numbers are coming out tomorrow, so we'll understand where inflation is at, or at least from the government's perspective, where inflation's at. So I'm sure that had a lot to do with today and kind of where we're at. Pretty much flat, or people pulling back a little bit. So people are a little cautious today. So just be careful tomorrow as those numbers come out, 8:30 in the morning Eastern time, to kind of give us a direction where the market's going. Pre-market, just be ready. You'll probably see some volatility pre-market. May have to take a little bit of time to shake out, but let's get into the rest of this and take a look at the charts for today. You can see that the scanner, IINN, AVCT, were a couple trades. I know several people took these trades. I did not. I stuck with what we had just because I didn't see the change break over 100%. So I just stayed on what I already had. So let's go through those. ISIG, we talked about this possibly giving us another trade. You see here, down here at the bottom here on the 6th of December, we've had, the run up to 24.85, and then today we tagged 35.50. So we're staying right on that trend line. Now we did pull back, so this trade might be done. I can see this holding support here, or where it did back on the 8th. So it may give us some more run, but it did pull back quite a bit, retrace it. So that shows a lot of energies come out of that stock. So this may be off our list. We'll see if it can hold this line here and maintain and pop back up again. But otherwise, great trades, great multi-day trades. ENSC, also multi-day trades. You can see here, it hit the trend line down here on the 8th. After hours, it hit 645, pulled back in the morning to 447, and then rallied up for us today to 627. And then pull back again down to the 50. So, is this a good support area? Possibly. Is it going to give us another trade? It's possible, but, it depends if the volume comes back in here. So just be careful with this one. This one might be done, but if we can get a rally again through here, we'll keep this on our list. But otherwise, a couple good days of trading. Looking at our earnings, RH is the one, GameStop were the two that I was watching. GameStop didn't do as much as I thought it was, but RH, oh my gosh, let's take a look at this chart. This thing just went from 576 up to 655 in after hours, pulled back to 621. We talked about this a little bit in our video last night. 621.16, right off this 50 is kind of where we started the day out, and it popped up to 658. So just a little bit higher than where it was at. So nice run. If you caught this, boy, a nice payday. And then from there, it just lost this momentum, and it's dropped quite clear back down to the 100. So this was kind of a, probably one day hit here. You see a lot of people taking profits out of this, but if you grab some of this, congratulations. That was a great run. AVGO, you can see here that AVGO had a good day today. So another new high, 583.42. Looking to see if we can go to the 600 mark is kind of where the goal is. NVAX sitting here flat with a lot of these biotechs here. You can see that BNTX and Moderna all sitting here pretty flat. Tesla had a little pullback today. So you can see here we rallied off the 50 and now we're right back down to the 50 again. It stopped right on the 50. So hopefully we can get support again here and pull off of here if it breaks below the 50 tomorrow. So if we get down, below the $1,000 mark in Tesla, just be careful. We could be, pulling down further. If we break this 981, we may come back down here to 906 and fill this gap. So we just got to watch the price action on Tesla, but we're right at a critical level. Amazon also pulling back down here to support. So a lot of these tech stocks are right down here at these support levels again. So just keep an eye on it. We got to see if it can break back above 3,500. We got to run. If it breaks down below that, then we could be coming back to these moving averages, and that would be weak. So we'll see what happens. Shopify back down on support level. So a lot of these just kind of settled back down again. Looking at our overall stocks, you can see that as far as the bonds are flat. Nothing to talk about in that area. Dollar, again, flat, staying above the 20. The VIX, we talked about this pulling back, and we really wanted to see this pull back below 20 if we wanted to continue to rally. And we talked about this in the video. We talked about it almost every night, and also that this is an important one to keep on your charts all times. And you can see here that it did not hold that 20 line. It bounced up, started to climb back up, and that's part of why we saw the pullback in the market today. Is this pull up here? So, and of course, we have the CPI numbers coming out tomorrow, so that obviously had probably an influence as well. Now looking at the SPY here, we started to rally up here and we pulled back here to rest a little bit. We're under the support line, which makes me a little nervous, but we're still above the moving averages. But we could have a little bit of pullback tomorrow as well. A little volatility. We have some volatility. We could come down here to 462 on the downside, and if we're on the high side, hopefully we rally back up towards that 470 mark. Triple Qs, after rallying back up, pull back almost down to the end of this bottom of this candle again. We have the gap below, so if we get weakness tomorrow, 387 would be on the docket. If we can rally back up, then back up to 398, 400 would be the goal for triple Qs. Semiconductors, we talked about prior in our other charts, but you see here definitely a pullback here again to support. So this could become very choppy here by the end of the year. So just be careful if you're out there day trading. Dow Jones tried to rally up. It tried to spike through the resistance line, which it did before, and it was rejected again this third time. So it'll continue doing that, but at some point, if it can't make it through, it's going to weaken and fall back down. So just be aware of that. IWM trying to rally up here. We have gap up here to fill, but trying to get there. It got through resistance and held, so that's a good sign. So we'll see if it can continue to rally up back up towards 227. Financials are flat, right on our support line. So got to see if we can get some direction on that. Gold sitting here in this channel. It's a bummer, but that's kind of where it's at right now. Silver pulling back again a little bit more, chasing down now these breakdown candles that we have in this breakup candle. So we could be coming back down here to 2142 area, unfortunately, but it looks like that's where we're at for silver. Bitcoin still showing weakness here. You can see here these tail candles, two tail candles here, and then we got a third here. And so we're definitely pulling down here. Our support line is down here, our trend line. So can we find support at 45,000? Hopefully that'll be the case. If not, we got much further to go. DeFi continues to pull back here and kind of rest here, waiting for some direction. Matic pulled down onto the 10, so we're getting a little bit of pullback here. So if we took profits here, I did, and sitting on very little crypto right now. And I'm not shorting it. I've shorted it in the past, but I'm not shorting it right now. Right now, I'm just kind of holding the line, know where I've exited, so I know where I can enter back in. or if it continues to come back down lower, then I can get down at a better price. And you can see here that Matic did have a wedge that it broke out of, and when it went to new highs, and so we may come down here and find support on the top of this wedge here. Luna, same thing, pulling back a little bit here. So just keep an eye on these, trying to be cautious on crypto right now while they're working through all these lawsuits and regulations and discussions and trying to figure out what direction crypto is going to go in for the future. So just be careful on the crypto. Don't have any that I'd really push and recommend at this point. Got our short list on our small caps. Continue to watch the scanner for opportunities. I think they'll continue to present them, especially if the financials or if the IWM continues to come back up with the Russell 2000 small caps. I think that can help provide some good times through the holidays. So just be aware of that, and stay safe out there. We're coming into our Friday night tomorrow. So I'll be putting a video out on Sunday night to help you prep for Monday. But stay safe there for Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and we will talk on Monday night and see how our week started out.